Hello guys, I hope you all are safe and healthy. This is part 2 of COVID-19 series. I'll be talking about each airline crisis country-wise.
Victor Tango 09016. Leonhardt, you are cleared to land.
Before I proceed, I want to say that I will be covering only the airlines that have hit the market drastically. Talking about Asia, China opens its air to domestic flights. This gives a little hope as we see it as the end of pandemic. But Chinese Airlines reported a $3 billion loss of revenue in the month of February 2020, and its domestic carriers are recovering slowly. Japan reduced most of its flights. All Nippon Airways reduced its international flights by 90%. About 5,000 of its flight attendants will be put under rotating furlough. The company seeks around 400 billion yen of loan. India is still under the 21-day lockdown, which grounded all the international and domestic flights. Air India won't take any bookings until May. Vistara announces compulsory leave. Go Air announces pay cuts along with Indigo and SpiceJet, where Indigo has 25% pay cut and SpiceJet with 10 to 30% pay cut. Singapore Airlines obtained a $13 billion rescue package. It will operate only 50% of its capacity till the end of April. UAE suspended all its inbound and outbound flights for 2 weeks. Surprisingly, the CEO of Etihad Airways has said that the company will survive the crisis. Yet they have suspended many of its flights. The government of Dubai announces a capital infusion to safeguard Emirates' business. Qatar Airways has temporarily reduced its staff by 40%. And also it has finished its 2019 financial year with $639 million loss. Korean Air is fighting for its survival, and it has laid off its crew temporarily and cut 80% of its international capacity. Talking about Australia, Virgin Australia seeks $1.4 billion bailout, and Qantas seeks $4.2 billion. Qantas and its subsidiary Jetstar together lay off around 20,000 employees, and it might go up to the end of May. Moving to Europe, Germany's Lufthansa says it may not survive the crisis, and it cuts 95% of its flight. It will cancel 23,000 of its flights in the month of April. The company's CFO resigned from the office citing health issues. This is a major setback for the company. British Airways was in talks to suspend 36,000 of its staff members. It cuts pilots' pay in half. It has asked its passengers to take vouchers instead of refund. EasyJet founder warns that money will run out by August while grounding its entire fleet. Air France could receive $4 billion as bailout and temporarily lay off 80% of its staff. KLM of Netherlands is expected to receive $2 billion as bailout, and it lays off 2,000 of its employees. This is something huge because other airlines have laid off its employees temporarily, but here KLM decides to lay off permanently. Swiss Airlines doubles its loan amount to $41 billion and grounds half of its fleet. With Africa on the other side, Ethiopian Airlines started to furlough its 8,000 workers for 3 months. But this airline reacted to the crisis differently. They are battling this crisis with their cargo flights. Rwand Air suspends all its flights for a month. Considering the American continent, Southwest Airlines flew 56 ghost flights in a week. Surprisingly, it was expected to earn a profit in the first quarter despite the impact. yet it furloughs most of its staff temporarily. Delta Airlines cut capacity by 40%. American Airlines and United Airlines slashed 90% of their flights. Air Canada to reduce workforce by 16,500 and its activity by 90%. They have converted 3 of their Boeing 777 from passenger aircraft to cargo by removing 422 seats. This data shows that most of the airlines have put their staff on a temporarily furlough and seeking bailout in billions. Few airlines are trying to battle the crisis with their cargo flights. Stay tuned for my next video about the worldwide rescue operations due to COVID-19 pandemic. Subscribe and hit the thumbs up button if you guys find this useful.